afternoon, EEM. We are so excited to have a little lunch break today where we get to chat with Miss Cassidy Winn of Sewing Seed Designs. She has been an awesome friend now. I can say friend.
Yes.
That's one of the good things about these shows. You know, you meet new people and then you
Absolutely.
And so, yeah, we're excited to chat with Miss Cassidy. If you've never if you've never heard of her or her company, she does specializes in stitch. So we are going to, I guess, give it over to you, Cassidy, if you'll introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you, and then we'll talk about your class.
Okay. Hi, everyone. So I'm Cassidy, and I am the owner and designer of All Designs Sewing Seeds Designs.com. I was in the embroidery business for 7 years before I started digitizing my own designs. We are known for quick stitch applique designs. Majority of our designs are 15 minutes or less stitch time. So when I was in the business, I learned really quickly how important it is to turn it around on your machine. You got to get them on there and off quickly to make money in the business. So I kind of design with that in mind. So yeah, and I'm from Mississippi. I don't know if anyone's from Mississippi, or I'm a Southern girl.
Yeah.
I went to school in Mississippi.
You did? Where?
I went to Ole Miss.
Oh, well, there you go. Hotty toddy.
Hotty toddy.
Yes. Your husband's family's
yes.
Get to go back a lot.
I am in the Mississippi area often.
Awesome. Well, I'm only like 2 hours from Oxford, so next time,
yes,
holler at me.
Time for sure.
Yeah.
So we have Miss Cassidy teaching 2 classes. In the last show in Biloxi, Cassidy's classes completely sold out, and we are well on our way to do that for Chattanooga. So just real quick, if you're just hopping on, Everything Embroidery Market will be at the end of this month, so April 28th to 30th. And Miss Cassidy will be teaching 2 classes. So first, let's talk about your bean stitch class. Tell us a little bit about what bean stitch is and what people will learn when they take it.
Okay, so my bean stitch class is all about bean stitch, which is the finishing style stitch that we use on all of our designs. Some people say they don't like it, and most of the time it's because there is a learning curve when it comes to it, but once you tweak out all the details, it's actually so much quicker, faster, it's cute, it adds a lot of character, it kind of gives it more of like a little handmade touch, but you're using an actual machine. So I will give you all the do's and don'ts, tips, tricks to perfect the bean stitch applique designs.
Well, and you're saying that there's a learning curve, but you always do such a wonderful job with your presentation as well. And so that kind of leads us into your next class, which is photography. So talk about your photography class a little bit.
So we have a photography class because photography is so important. Staging your photos, how you present your items is how people are going to receive them. If you just take it on your kitchen table, a picture with all your hot mess in the back, it just doesn't look good. It doesn't look professional. But not only that, I'm going to teach you how to be consistent in your photography, like making sure that on your website, all your pictures are the same size, where it's not like all like this. It looks better to the eye, but also just staging, how to take better photos so you can have more sales.
Right. So we've talked about this a little bit, I guess with you on our podcast, but we've also talked about it a couple other times. You guys, people come to your website and they are not going to buy unless with their eyes, they immediately the other senses kick in. So they can see based on that picture you took, oh, that looks like it feels soft. That looks super cute for my kiddo. That looks, it's bright. It's exciting. It catches someone's eye and then they want to buy. So the photography, like you said, is a very presentation is the very most important thing.
Absolutely.
Well, especially with everybody selling online mainly these days. I mean, you're part of like, going in a store, you have a display and then someone touches it and all that. So you're missing that whole part a lot of times if your stuff's not in a store and it's just online. So your photography is almost the most important part of your whole business plan, is to make sure that that is good, because if not, you're not selling.
Yes.
And so I hope it's okay if I bring this up, but Cassidy does a really, really wonderful job picking the different fabrics for her designs. It makes her design pop, and the way they coordinate, the way they just, I guess, flow with whatever it is that she's stitching. And was it right after Biloxi or right before? I can't remember.
Right after, yeah.
So you started selling fabric. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yes.
Exciting.
So I was so inspired after last Everything Embroidery Market. I loved it so much, but I saw there was a need to help some that needed some help with fabric choices, because not all fabric is great for applique. Like my grandma's quilts here, like these are really big prints. You wouldn't want to use something with a really big floral for a little piece, because you're connecting little pieces together to create artwork. And so it needs to be a very small, consistent pattern. And so I have started selling fabric bundles that are great for applique. So when I pick out my fabrics, I make sure that they are good for that. And then I pair them together and coordinate them for people that need help. And then we are going to have some of those at the show. So,
ooh, yay. Yeah. That's awesome. That's super exciting. You guys, Cassidy, we just talked about how important it is to have a good display. It makes draws people's eye. That was one of my favorite booths visually was your booth, because you did such a good job just setting it up, and everybody that walked by your booth stopped because it was just so eye-catching. And it was every little detail that you thought of before you went, from the fabric choices to the pictures to the presentation of the different designs. But you had different aspects too. You had the table in the middle that drew your eye there. You had it wasn't just a one-dimensional display, I guess.
It wasn't everything laying on a table. And I talk about that in my photography class too, of like staging, where not just lay flats. Like most of the class last year we talked about laying flat, but this class I'm going to do that, but also like staging it different ways, instead of just laying it down like a shirt. But yeah, I had so much fun coming up with how I was going to display. I'm sure they thought we were crazy because we brought in our own walls. But I wanted it light and airy. So everything was white. And then all my frames, my dad is the best man ever. And he hand built me 200 and something frames, so I could take my pictures from the website and put them in these frames. And it looked just appeasing to the eye, because I was thinking if I stitch out a lot of these designs on shirts, they're just going to be on racks and someone has to like dig through it. And I didn't want that. I wanted, when you just look back, you can see majority of the designs. So it's all about presentation, and I'm excited to set it up again this year.
And it was very on brand with sewing seeds. So
yes.
You did a really good job. Like you said earlier, the pictures need to be a consistent size and style or whatnot. But the reason for that is to create brand recognition. And you want someone to look at your website, look at your product, look at maybe your fabric choices, and know immediately that's sewing seed. And you've done a good job doing that.
Thank you.
I think that's not only are you awesome, but I think that's part of why you have people coming back, because they just know that it's yours and they know what to expect from your product. That makes sense.
Yes, thank you. I do. So like on my website, I tell people this in my class too. From a business standpoint, it probably makes more sense to take like my fish design and offer it in a bean stitch like we do, a satin stitch for another price, a zigzag for another price, a blanket stitch for another price, because that would be more money for all of those. But unfortunately, I can't do that because the whole reason I started Sewing Seeds was to offer quick stitch applique. And I'm one of those people, like, stay in your lane, do what you do, and do it well. So that's why we only offer bean stitch applique.
Yes, and you have done it well.
Well,
Very well.
Thank you.
Yes.
And I love that I can see stuff and like not like I'm, looking online or whatever, and your stuff comes up and I'm like, oh, that's Sewing Seeds. Like, I don't even have to look. I know that it's yours. Like, that's exactly what you want. All of the branding coming back to you and people know. So you're doing a wonderful job at that.
Well, thank you. And I have to give God credit because, like, he has helped me so much. I started with a little seed of faith of putting these out here. Didn't think that I was good enough. I doubted myself so many times, like, is this good enough? And he just has taken it to a whole nother level. And so I never, ever want to go without giving him glory for it, because honestly, I know we would have not have grown as quickly without him, and I trust him fully. And I can't wait to see all the new customers that we gain from Market this year, and I'm excited about the one in the fall. And I also want to just mention, I love that you're changing locations, because different places we get to reach people we've never met before. If it's just all in the same spot, it's the same people all the time. So I love getting to grow my customer base.
Well, I think that's important. And it's that, but there's also people that maybe in that area there's not a show, and so
Yeah.
they're getting to experience something completely, I guess, completely out of what their normal scope would be. And then I know our niche is small, but I feel like by changing location, we are expanding our niche, So
Yes.
even if we have one person who's already in the industry at the show, they're going to have a good time. They're going to learn, they're going to network, they're going to leave that show and tell their friends, and the potential for them to, bring their friends to how excited they are into our industry is high. I mean, I see Hope excited about something she just did this weekend. I'm like, hey, check that out. So
Yeah.
I feel like by changing location, we're just welcoming everyone to what we love and what we're passionate about. So,
and it allows more people to get to come, because maybe they can't make it to Chattanooga, but they can make it to our next show. Or, you say, hey, I just went to this show. I know you couldn't make it to this one, but I know you can make it to the next one because it's closer to your home. And then maybe they bring some friends that haven't been before. I mean, it's just a great way to grow and for vendors to be able to have a bigger, customer base, but for them to really find these new friends. I mean, because I feel like that's what it is. Like we're it's not customers, it's friends. Like we have these relationships now with all the people that come to the show. And so I don't know. I think it's great and it's very exciting.
Yes. And so another thing that I feel like, while we're saying new people, and we want all people to join our friends, but you've been coming to these shows year after year, you're going to gain something new every time. You're going to meet a new person. You're going to take a class, even if it's the same class that maybe you've taken another year or a previous year. Our industry experts, our teachers, our vendors are constantly changing and learning something as well, that they're willing and excited to pass on to you. I think a question here. I can't see. Is there a schedule? You see that?
Is there a schedule of these shows?
Yes. So if you go to eemshows.com, you will see the show for, I guess, I'm sorry. Someone just said I'm being cut off.
Yeah, you're kind of going in and out on your internet, I think is crummy.
Okay. The weather here is not so hot.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry about that. But yes, if you go to EEM shows, if you'll stick that up on the screen really fast,
Yeah.
you'll be able to find the schedule for Chattanooga. And then as soon as we announce the schedule, the show schedule for all the classes and whatnot for Myrtle Beach, that will be at the website here. So EEM shows, you'll be able to see all the classes, our vendor list, everything that you can expect when you come to Everything Embroidery Market is right there. And then, of course, if you have any questions before you sign up, you can send us an email. There's numbers on there, and we can get you taken care of.
Also, hello to Trinidad and Tobago. I think that might be our furthest away joining that we've had of a live before. That's awesome.
Hello. We're to have you. It's exciting. You should come to
Yes.
It's in Chattanooga. It's right around the corner.
Not far at all.
Signed up from Dubai, so someone's coming from Dubai.
Wow.
So
That's awesome.
That's cool.
One thing I also want to, if you guys are coming, and there's a class that you want to take, Cassidy's class will sell out, probably both of them, and probably fairly quickly. We are classes sell out. So while you can't register at the door or add classes at the door, I would advise, especially for a class that you want to take ahead of time, grab those tickets now because you don't want to miss out. I've already had people that have tried to, can I get in the class? And they're sold out. There's only a certain amount of seats in each class, and I don't want you to be that person that's like, I should have. Mm-hmm. What is this one? Can you?
She's saying, I would love to visit during the summer. Is there any shows then?
So EEM typically does two shows, one in the fall, which will be our Myrtle Beach event, and our spring show, which is Chattanooga for the year. We can't say we never will do a summer event, but for now, that's kind of the cadence that we have found that for us. So love to see you.
Yes.
So one thing I will mention, for those of you that cannot join for whatever reason, we do have our online community, which is called EEM Connect. And in that community, we do, trainings, conversations that happen in our members only group, and we'd love to have you. You can actually join that group yearly subscription, and you get free admission to the in-person show if you are able to go to one, maybe the next one. So something to check out. Put the link to that here a little bit.
Yes.
What else, Miss Cassidy? Is your mama coming to the show?
No, but my best friend is. She's coming with me, and and she's very knowledgeable in the embroidery world too. So shout out to Emily. Hey, Emily, if you're watching, she's coming with me. So it's going to be awesome.
Can't wait to meet you, Emily. That's exciting. I was hoping you would say your sister, your mom, or
yes, I might talk him into it, but as of right now, it's Emily.
Tell them Christina requests a visit.
I will.
Okay. What else do we have? Oh, do you have that there?
This is for EEM Connect if you want to join.
Yes. Okay. I am my internet on this side is looking very spotty too. So I don't know if I'm squinting at the screen, that's why I'm trying to smooth out the fuzzies.
There's a lot of storms going through the area.
There is.
Okay. Well, you guys, just a quick little rundown about Everything Embroidery Market. Everything Embroidery Market, while it says Everything Embroidery in the name, we are all things decorating, sublimation, vinyl, of course, the embroidery, heat transfer, anything that you can do with a heat press. We will have all sorts of just things to grow your craft. So vendors, we have awesome digitizers, machine vendors, fabric blanks vendors. We have laser cutters. 2 of those. If you are interested in that, we've got a couple classes for all of the above things that I just mentioned. Guys, it's going to be so much fun. So that's the vendor floor. Our schedule for classes is packed full. Every hour and a half we have a new one, and we range in from classes for your newbies on up to people that have been in business for years and years and years. You will be able to benefit from the variety of classes. If you are just a hobbyist and you're not looking for business related stuff, no problem. You will still enjoy and leave the show much more excited and ready to hit the ground running than you came. And at least I do every single time. You will likely meet your new best friend or bring your new best friend with you, and you guys will have a fun girls trip. And yeah, am I missing anything, Hope? What else you got?
No, I think you need to sign up soon. Like you said, the classes are filling up. So I know some people like to wait till day of, but if you're even considering it, I'd say get those classes scheduled now, because we have just been seeing everybody start really cementing in their plans. So do that. If you need a hotel room, our blocks are over, but go schedule them on our EM website. There is a hotel section, and I will put it up here so you can see the hotels that we had the blocks at if you just need help with that.
House is still allowing people, even though the block is
okay. So yeah, the Reed House.
I would call them and then just say, hey, I know the block's closed, but can you add me? So that's just something to keep in mind. I don't think the link works anymore. You do have to call. We should still be able to get you in with our block. At least as of yesterday. It may have changed today, but yesterday they're still
always changing.
And then we also one of the things that makes me the most, maybe not the most excited I am for this show is just meeting you guys, getting to talk to you guys, see you in person. But one of the other cool things about this location is Chattanooga. The show's at the convention center, and it's a very central area. There's food, there's all kinds of other fun things to do, not just so you're going to come to the show, fill your brain and your heart, hopefully with lots of joy and excitement, and then be able to eat good food. The hotels, all of the 4 hotel blocks that we had were within walking distance, so that makes it convenient and fun. No, Lisa Shaw, one of our vendors and teachers, she said she's booked a coffee club for one of the evenings after the show. So come ready and fun, or ready to have some fun and join us. So again, our website is eem.com. Cassidy, if you want to tell everyone really fast about what you have going on at your website right now.
So I have an Easter sale, and we hardly ever have sales on the website. So if you want to stock up on some designs, now is the time. It's 40% off. There is no coupon needed. The discount will show at checkout. So our website is on the bottom of the screen here, sewingseedsdesigns.com, and it runs through Sunday. So especially if you're not going to be able to make it to the show or something and you want to get some designs, hop onto our website and save some money right now.
Yes. And you're going to want to, and be ready to add to cart, because you're going to hop at the website and you're going to be like, oop, I need that. And I need that. And I need that.
And I'm going to need that.
But it's 40% off. So you're going to come out ahead, and you won't regret that at all. So
it's an add to cart kind of day. Okay.
Yep.
So add to cart.
Yep. So midweek shopping spree, right?
To get through this hump day. It's Wednesday, right?
Yes.
Half the time I don't remember what day it is.
And if I can jump in here, maybe this will be the first time you're attending the show. I suggest you to wear some comfortable shoes, but also bring a rolly bag to because there's so many things you're going to want to buy at the show because there's so many vendors with so many goods that you're not going to want to just hold it all in your hand or on your shoulders. So get like a little luggage bag. Is that allowed with the wheels that they can put it in and roll it? Is that allowed?
Yes.
But that's what I would suggest to do. And that way you can keep stocking it in there as you find good, cute little things that you want to buy.
Yes. And so that's a really good point. A lot of our vendors will have a show special of sorts. And so you're going to want to stock up while you're there. Of course, many of them you can also buy online or at their physical stores too. But you're not going to want to miss out on the deals that they have there. So I know Love That Cotton's going to have some good stuff coming. I don't know if you've got something there, but you want to stock up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great question. Do you see that question on there? So at show, we do open the vault for our exclusive designs. You have to purchase them at show. So make sure you come by our booth and check out for those. But yes, all of our exclusive designs and bundles will be offered at show. So something you don't want to miss.
Yes, that is a huge deal because I feel like a lot of people, they will see the bundles, maybe they add it to their cart, but they don't check out. And then they have a severe case of, what is it? FOMO, fear of missing out. They're afterwards, they're like, oh my gosh, I should have done it, because they see all their sewing besties start posting their creations, and they're like, oh, I missed it. You don't want that to be you.
Yes. Very true.
Let me see. And so can you just tell people a little bit kind of what that comment meant as far as?
Okay, so we from time to time offer exclusive designs, and what that means, if you don't purchase them in that window, you miss out. They're not designs that are on the website 24/7 like our everyday designs. So these are kind of like special themed designs, and I think we have like 6 or 7 exclusive bundles that we've done in the past 2 years. And so once, if you don't purchase it, they go in my vault per se, and I don't pull them out until market. So those designs will be offered. And so I'll have them there. I'll have a collage picture of what all designs are in it. We've got like cute little princess carriage that most people always want that bundle because it has this special design in it. We have some that are just like little inspired designs, but they're all like hand-drawn, cutesy designs. So definitely come check out our booth if you are going to be at show, to make sure you don't miss out when we open the vault at market for those designs.
And did I just released or are about to release a font?
Yes, we have a new font releasing next week, early next week. So I've been trying to work on my font. Fonts are like my #1 seller, but I don't have that many of them. So for show, I've tried to get some more out there. But I also, next week, we have a huge new release of designs coming out right before show. So we have a bunch of new things we're going to be able to showcase at show. So,
well, I think
this lady needs to come get your bundle. She's got a few bundles.
Yes, we have one that has a bunch of those designs in it for sure. So hey, I do also, if you're not at market, I give let me just say that because I know some of y'all are saying that you're not from here. I do give it like a 2-hour window while I'm at show for online buyers that maybe couldn't make it to show, to try to make it a little fair. And I'll make a post in my group. So if you're not in my Facebook group, definitely get in my Facebook group, because that's where I post everything, not really on my main page. And I'm really not that savvy on Instagram. Just in that group, it's a real It's such a helpful group too in there. There are so many ladies that are willing to help. You can share your photos of our stitch outs on there, or if you need help with something. I love that about our group is there's a swarm of ladies that come in and just want to help you if you need that.
Yeah, your group definitely has a different feel than a lot of them because it's like a constant conversation. Everyone is helpful. The energy is positive. You know, people are excited to answer. You always do such a good job interacting with people. It's not just them. You are you're the head of the ship, you know, and people are there for you. So you won't just
Do
be
you
left.
want to?
Someone's asking the dates of the show.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that.
Okay, so this show, the one that is this month, is going to be in Chattanooga, Tennessee, at the convention center, and it's going to be April 28th through April 30th. So on Thursday we have a couple hands-on workshops, and then a couple 2 hours of exclusive shopping, and during that time we will have a cash bar. So if that's your thing, you can join us for that and then enjoy some time exclusively with our vendors while there's no classes going on. And then Friday and Saturday, all day long, we're going to have classes and shopping. So you can hop over to the vendor floor when you're not in class and then go right over into your classroom and just soak up some knowledge and enjoy your time. Another question that I have seen a few times, I don't know if it's on this live, but just coming through emails and Facebook, we will have food there in the back of the vendor hall. There's going to be some food options back there that you can just grab in between classes or whenever you are ready. But food, drinks, everything's there. And then, like I said, if for some reason you want to just walk right out of the convention center, there's a lot within walking distance. So I think you guys are going to enjoy that.
So I was going to add too, I love how you're doing the shopping night before the next day, like that 2 hour. Is that the early shopping ticket they have to have?
Yes.
Yes.
So one of the things that I try and do with regardless what business it is that we're running, because I feel like there's a lot these days, but I try and listen to what the feedback is. And that was one of the things that we heard on more than one occasion was I come to the show and I book my schedule, you know, from the very beginning to the very end. I'm in classes all day. And while there are time, you know, there's a window in between each class where I can go shop, I didn't feel like I had the time to really dive into the shopping floor. And so here we are. We wanted to offer that. And I think that will also, one of the other, I guess, things that we heard was that the line for registration was long. So if you have an early morning class, it's good to come on Thursday, get your registration, get your tickets, get signed in, and go shop and have a good time. We're opening registration early so that line can move faster on Friday and Saturday, and you can just enjoy it. That is our goal for this show. No stress, just get in there, meet new people, and learn something new. Okay, can you pull up? I'm having trouble. Are there ever in Texas? I'm trying to decide if I can make the 12.5 hour drive by yourself. So not right now. I can't say never. I'm actually going to be driving from Texas, so I understand what you're saying. I live just outside of the DFW area, and right now we have Chattanooga lined up, then we have Myrtle Beach in the fall, and then we're going to have Louisiana in the spring. We are in the process of trying to figure out where the show after that will be, but for now, we don't have any Texas dates. But you will not, I hope you make the drive, because you will not be the only Texas resident there. Hope's from Texas as well. So
I am.
yeah.
But I'm flying.
You are flying. She's from Houston though. So did I see you're coming from Dallas?
I didn't see. there's a twins baby shower in Dallas, but not, I don't know if that's the same person because it just says Facebook user. Not
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I don't
I'm
know.
not entirely sure of the area.
Yes. Well, guys, I truly feel like if you feel any kind of calling to come, you should come.
Close to Houston.
You're not going to be sad that you came, but you may be sad that you did it. I truly believe that, and I know that there's some people on here that would agree. So you're close to Houston. Well, whereabouts?
That was me saying yay.
Oh, I was like, I see.
Sorry.
Yes. Well,
I've never been to Texas, by the way, and I want to change that. I know you too.
Well,
we can show you around.
Yes.
You can come join my welcome to my house. You can just come hang out with all my zoo of children and animals. And
an hour from Houston.
An hour from Houston. Well, we would love to have you.
Yeah.
Absolutely love to have you. You are personally invited from one Texan to another. Okay. So if we don't have any more questions, is there anything that you would like to add?
I just think you should get your early bird ticket for sure, so you can do that shopping night. I love that they've added that feature because it is when people do have classes all day long, scheduled back to back. They don't. I remember them come to my booth like, I don't have long, and you've got a long line to check out, so we try to make that work for them. But so I would hold it sometimes while they went to class and come back. But I love that you're doing that. There's no stress of classes that night. It's just shop and have a good time.
Yes. Well,
we also just got this. She won't be able to be there, but she's going to be watching for your bundles
during the show. Okay, so if we have any, are you talking about like the design bundles, not fabric bundles, design bundles? Okay, yeah. So join my Facebook group. It is Sewing Seeds, and it says exclusive for embroidery shops. But mainly, it just says that because I used to do this for the public too, and I had to have like a separate account, and I didn't need like my customers that I make custom items to be in that. But if you just have a sewing machine, you can be in that group. There's a couple of questions you fill out, but join that group because that's where I post all of that. And like I said, I'll do a 2-hour window while at market, or I might do it right before market because it does get crazy at market. I hadn't determined just yet, but I'll let you know. Get in that group and you'll be able to see the post. And we do have a text club in that group too. So, because Facebook sometimes does not show you everything. So when you get in that group, there is a post in there of how to join our text club. And I never send more than 2, maybe 3 a month. So it's not like I'm texting you every day, but just like the highlights, the more important things, like especially when these bundles go live, you'll get that alert to your phone.
Yes. I don't know how you're going to be able to do that while you're at market. Y'all, Cassidy is swarmed by her crowd the entire time because everyone's fangirling and is so excited to talk to you. Like last time I was like, I just wanted to be like, you need to eat. Here's some water, sit down,
My mom and I, we didn't get to the first day sit down and eat. And when we went over there finally at like 4:00, they were sold out of food. So we hadn't eaten all day. So the next day I was like, look, we're getting up early and we're going to the Waffle House and we're going to eat a big breakfast just in case we have to skip lunch again because we were starving.
Yes. Well, if that happens, please text me something like, Christina, I'll bring you food.
Wave a flag, your hand, we'll come bring you something.
It's a good problem to have, though. I am so fortunate and thankful and grateful. And my favorite thing about show, there's 2 things. One is the connection with my customers. I get to see their name all day on Facebook, but I've never got to meet some of them in person. And now when I see them comment, I met them at the last show, it's a more personal connection between us. Yeah. And I love that. I love talking to people. I love connecting with people. And number 2 is, and it's not even in that order, they're like even, I love it. when I was a little girl, I wanted to be a teacher, and now I get to teach at show here about all things that I love, and it's so fun. So I love to teach. So if you have not joined one of our classes, please, please, please sign up for one of my classes. My classes are very like hands-on. It's not just standing behind a mic. I bring in rolling carts of stuff to show you. This year too, I have a little folder. I have little samples in there for you to feel the texture as I'm talking, or whatever I'm talking about, where you can kind of see it as well. I learned so much from the last one. Also, probably shouldn't say this on here, but are we going to have a head mic this year? That was the only thing.
We're not doing the video this year.
Doing video. Okay, well, perfect.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah.
We'll talk after and
we'll talk.
We'll
yeah.
have what you need. Okay. Whatever that is, I'll make sure you have it. But we're not doing the video as well. So you worry only about the people in your class.
In your classroom. Awesome. I love that.
I think that was just too much, but yeah, so we won't worry about that.
And if you have already attended like one of my classes, like I know some of my customers are like, I did yours classes and you don't have a new one this year. It doesn't mean you can't sign up for it this year, because I learned so much from that I'm actually adding some more stuff to it, so it's not the exact same. So definitely sign up if you want to. And then the show next in the fall, I'm going to even add another class. It's something that we've discussed. So just because you've taken it before, don't steer away from not taking it again, because you're going to learn something new, because I'm adding some different aspects to it.
You're adding different aspects. There's going to be different people in the classes asking different questions. So
Great.
You'll be learning from all of that. So, okay. Again, to sign up, go to eemshows.com. Cassidy's teaching the bean stitch class and then the photography class on Saturday. You don't want to miss any of those. And then on that website, we also have a full list of all the other classes: business, hobby, machine, vinyl, laser, all the things on that website. Check it out. Spend some time. If you have questions, let us know. We're here to help you. We are excited. Guys, we're like 2 weeks away, right? I'll be leaving.
Is it 16 days today?
16 days. 16 days.
In my mind, less than that, because I leave the Tuesday before, and because we're driving and set up and everything. So I will have 2 weeks from now, I will already be actually, I'll already be there. So we will be setting up for you.
Be there too
right now, and we're excited. You don't want to miss out. If we have any questions, you can email us at customerservice@eemshows.com. Comment on this live. We will be checking periodically and make sure we get back with you. Otherwise, we'll see you in Chattanooga. If you want to shoot up Cassidy's website one more time, you can grab your 40% off on the website. You don't want to miss that. You said it's now till Sunday?
It's now till Sunday, and the price won't show you until you go to checkout. So there's no coupon needed. It'll show at checkout, the discount.
Awesome.
Well, go grab them, and then maybe you can stitch something and bring it to the show and show her in person.
Yes, do that. I love to see it. I love to see people stitch out.
Okay. Well, you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks for joining us on your lunch break. We will see you in Chattanooga. Bye.
Bye, guys.